So on a side note, this is what our laser cut file looks like, and to keep in time, I guess, with our current subject matter, right? So this is all vector format, and it's ready to print. So a laser cutter is essentially just another format of printer. So we need to tell it what to print at what type of line. So when you're printing like a PDF or like a Word document, it just reads it graphically, pixel by pixel, as it goes to output it. But this one will actually subdivide all the information in this space and convert it into pixels. But it does it in a sort of pseudo vector way, where basically it'll read a line, because you're printing it directly out of Autocad. So it'll read the line, and then it'll just start firing points along the distance of the line to make the cut. Similarly, so the reason it's set up like this is because when I send it to print, I need to tell it to print a certain color, red or yellow, at a certain setting. So the red layer would cut at 90% power with 20% speed at 75 dots per inch, or PPI. That kind of a setting is going to give you a full cut. And then the score line is going to go at less power, at a faster speed, and less PPI. Right? So if you think about it, it's just changing the different settings in order to get you either a full cut. A wide cut is going to depend on your Z-axis, how close it is to the lens. That kind of stuff is all part of the balance, and we'll talk more about that when we get down into the lab and you actually see it cutting. But this is what it looks like right now. This is all of the Voronoi patterns that we worked on last week, and I know that you did some of these waffle patterns over here. So what I'm going to do for all of you is you kind of have a choice, right? So we're only going to cut probably 2, maybe 3 sheets. And so what I want you to do is, if you want to cut the waffle pattern instead of the Voronoi, then you'll have to give me an AutoCAD file to format like this, okay? And the efficiency is very, very important. So basically, wherever we have line work like this, we want to get them as close as possible without overlapping. So I typically just bring them, kind of like that. Ooh, that one overlapped. Try to get them really, really close, because that's how you're really going to get a lot of efficiency and a lot of items onto one sheet. Okay. Any questions about that? So at some point today, I'll collect your CAD files for that, probably after we're done the image sampler exercise.
What size of an area is that in?
This is a 24 by 36. So I didn't scale any of those except for the ones that were out of scale or incorrectly scaled. Those are the actual sizes that you guys modeled it at I think 1/4 inch per foot roughly, unless some of you guys had custom scales.